Hello everyone, welcome back to another vlog on Be Bold Rahul. Today we're doing something really interesting. We're going to go visit our condom manufacturer in Aurangabad. We'll do like a tiny factory tour as well where we show you the entire process from scratch of how condoms are built. I got some goodies for my manufacturers just so that I can impress them when I see them. And yeah, we'll cover the whole process. Yo, hello.
Hello, hi.
What's up? Guys, this is Sachin,
Hi.
head of accounts.
Hello.
Right, this is Wajid. He's our rockstar head of operations. Let's go. ये व्यू देखे ऐसा लग ही रहा कि हम लोग एक वर्क रोड ट्रिप पे जा रहे हैं. This feels almost like a friends road trip going together, just having fun, just chilling. Look at that shit. Look at what is this? What is this beauty out here in nature? That's a dam. Oh, god damn. That's crazy. Fuck. Okay, so after traveling for almost 6.5 hours, we have finally reached Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar or Aurangabad, where our condom factory is located. This is actually an industrial area. If you look that side, here and everything, there are a lot of these automotive factories which are coming up. So this is becoming kind of like a manufacturing hub of the country. Among all of these factories is our condom setup. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk you through the entire process, right from the raw materials to the whole dipping process to the whole testing and then the final packaging process as well. So let's go. Okay, so this is where the entire process starts from. यहाँ पे raw material invert होता है. All these glasses are kept here. These glasses are basically these molds which are used to make the condom in. There are just different types of molds here जिनके ऊपर the latex gets attached and then the final condom is formed. Let's move on to the next step. This is where we store all the raw material. All of the different chemicals that go into the condom manufacturing are stored here. Zinc oxide, ZDBC, caustic soda, calcium carbonate, all of it. So this is the sampling booth where all the raw material first comes in, and then there's a small sample which is taken to test quality, purity and assurance that it is like the best quality ingredient that we can use. Okay, so we now enter the next stage of the process, which is basically called compounding. These are the huge vats of natural rubber latex. I keep saying rubber, but it is natural rubber latex which comes in from Kerala. You can see this Thomson Rubber, which is like the most prominent company which makes the natural rubber latex in the country. Once it comes in, it goes into these huge vats where it is mixed in with a lot of different chemicals to ensure that it is shelf stable to be part of the condom, right? So it doesn't tear easily, so it has like a good composition. This is where it gets mixed and then sent here. And once it's sent here, then it goes to these long pipes into the entire dipping station where there are these huge vats of this liquid jinke through the glass molds go and get covered by layers and layers of latex to form that proper condom. This is the first step of the dipping process where there are these, you remember these glass molds that we saw there? So they are being cleaned from the outside so that the new rubber latex can stick to it. As we go through it, there are these huge vats of rubber latex that you can see. So the molds dip into the latex and there are 2-3 layers of this which happen. This is the first layer. Then we go through like a slight drying process which is quite large. It's called the oven. And then there is a second dip which forms. So the second dip just adds another layer on the earlier dip so that the condom is strong. Once this happens, all of it turns up, goes through the second oven, and at the second oven is where the bottommost ring is formed around the base of the condom, where it gets slightly rolled and it forms the tiny ring at the base which helps you unroll it really easily. So after the third oven is done, it goes to a leaching tank where there is a different charge which is applied which makes the condoms leave the glass and get unstuck, and then it can finally be rolled off the molds and it can be brought out into like a tiny bath where it is cleaned once before it is processed further. So all of the condoms get unrolled off the molds, get collected here, and from here they are sent to the next department to get treated. So this is the first step of the treatment process where the condoms are currently being washed. Then they are added to like a centrifuge machine where it just spins really quickly to take all the liquid off. And then we go into the drying area where they're just kept out in the air dried, and finally they're sent to like a washing machine dryer type of setup where they are just spun around at like a slightly good temperature so that they can get dry and ready to be filled with lube and packed and sent out out to customers. After all the condoms are dried on that table there, they are brought here and tested with water to see if there are any holes, any tear, anything which might be wrong with the condom. If any commercial defect is formed, then they immediately inform the dipping department so they can take corrective action कि आगे वाले condoms जो manufacture हो रहे हैं उनमें कोई दिक्कत ना आए. Let's go to the next step of the testing process. Well, this is my favorite part of the process where each and every condom that we ever sell is tested electronically. There are these metal tubes onto which the condom is wrapped. There are these brushes which brush against each condom, and there is a tiny electric charge that passes through it. If the condom has any defect, the electric charge will pass through, and if it does pass through, then that condom is rejected. But if no electric charge passes through it, then the condom is approved. So this is the next step of the testing process where we test the condoms up to how much pressure?
There are two testing, bursting pressure and bursting volume. Bursting pressure is having a limit of 1 kilopascal and bursting volume is having 18 liters.
Okay, cool. So 1 kilopascal of atmospheric pressure and 18 liters of air volume is what the WHO guidelines are. But most of our condoms actually do pass those and actually surpass them quite a bit as well. If you see here, okay, if you see this one, this is where the condom is being filled up with air. It should hold 18 liters of air volume, but if you look here, you will see each and every condom which is being tested, it holds actually way more than 18 liters of air volume. And each condom needs to at least withstand 1 kilopascal of pressure, but if you can see, all of them are at least able to hold closer to 2 kilopascal of air pressure. These condoms are also selected at random out of each sample so that they can identify any defects in each batch if needed. I really like looking at the condoms blow up and then burst. बड़ा मजा आता है.
Now I will stretch with my whole energy. This is not broken. I am applying my energy.
और कीजिए.
हो गया, मेरा ताकत के बाहर गया.
वो वाला फटा. 28 liters air volume, 1.77 kilopascal. ये अभी दूसरा वाला फटा. 32.74 air volume and 1.83 kilopascal, which is fantastic. Awesome. Let's go to the next one. ये cylindrical test में क्या करते हैं?
I am keeping this 5 sealed product to check the product seal integrity. If sealed product blows, inflates, so it is a good. If it does not blow, then it is having a leakage problem.
So this is basically to check if the final product which is manufactured has any leaks. Look at this, how swollen it is getting. खोल सकते हैं इसको?
After 30 seconds.
बट अभी काफी फुल गया ये अंदर कॉन्डम. हाँ.
So it is good.
अरे बेस्ट ये हमारे कॉन्डम से है. यहाँ पे ये एकदम perfectly sealed and has no defects whatsoever. Success. Firstly, we go through the whole dipping process, then the whole leaching process. It comes out, it's clean, it's dried at a higher temperature, and then it's electronically tested. Each and every condom is electronically tested. फिर सारे condoms लेके we bring them to this station over here, where they're all placed. And then there are these molds on the inside where each condom is placed with the teeth side facing up. And as it goes through, there is like a tiny injection type device which spits out the silicon oil which goes into the condom. So the silicon oil has the flavor as well, like we have chocolate flavor, strawberry flavor in as well. We also have benzocaine which goes into our most popular ultra thin delay condom, so that also gets added to the condom here at this stage. Once the silicon oil is added, so there are two rolls which is happening, one which goes on top and one which will go on the bottom. Batch number details, it's the raw silver foilish. Our upper one has the BoldCare branding on it, which sandwiches the condom perfectly in between. Then as the condom is packed, it is sealed at the edges and then finally crimped at the edge to cut and form these units of 2 each. Okay, so this is how we print the batch details on the inner pack. So the boxes come from Pragati like this, where there's nothing mentioned in this white area. Here is where the manufacture date, expiry date, MRP, MSP, all of that goes in. We make the boxes in bulk and not batch wise. So whenever the boxes come in and whenever the batch is manufactured, according to the right details, they need to be printed here, which are then finally printed like this on the boxes, where there is the batch number, manufacturing, expiry, MRP. Yeah, this is the final step before the condoms are packed into these boxes. This is the manual packaging. First, the boxes are being folded so that it's easier for people to pack the condoms into the box. Here, this is actually one of our most complicated products, which is the variety pack of condoms, because this has 5 different types of condoms inside it and 2 of each of them go into this. So the workers need to pack 2 types of each different condom into each box. So it takes a little bit of time. Once that is done, it moves on to the next step here, which is fully packed condoms. And every box is checked to ensure that it has the right number of condoms. And at this stage, we add the disposal pouches, which are like a customer loved feature because they always want an easy way to dispose of their condoms. So we always ensure that there are 10 disposal pouches in each pack of 10 condoms. That's added here. Then we move on to the next step. So every mono carton is checked if it has the right amount of condoms or not. But because it is very difficult to open each box up and check it one more time, it's checked through a quick machine. And most of them are round about like the same weight, like 10 grams here and there. So that gives us like a good idea of how many condoms there are in each box. Then we move on to the final step, which is the automated packaging step. Yeah. So this is where we add the plastic film wrapping on each box of condom. The boxes are loaded into like a conveyor belt system here. They're wrapped individually. And then at the final step, there's like a tiny cut added, which makes it easier for the box to be opened. Every box has this tiny cut which goes through, which you can just pull and open it up really quickly. Once they're all packed, they are assembled here and then packed into these final shipper boxes, which is how they are shipped out to us. These are the white boxes. So each box holds 24 condoms. Each white box goes into one of these bigger brown boxes, and each one of these bigger brown boxes holds 432 condoms, which is a very precise, accurate number, but that's how we have been working since day one. So yeah, this ends the whole process of packaging. Once this is done, it's shipped out to our main warehouse in Mumbai, and from there we fulfill orders all across the country. Okay, so that was the whole process of our condom manufacturing unit, and I hope I've been able to show you how much care, safety and protection we take in manufacturing each and every condom to ensure that whenever you use a BoldCare condom, you are assured and you are 100% safe of not having any mishaps or any issues with the condom itself. If you like this video, like, share and subscribe to the channel, and I'll keep bringing to you more behind the scenes footage of how all the rest of our products are manufactured, like our delay spray, the lubes. Each and every product has a very unique and very interesting manufacturing process behind it. So I'll cover most of them and I'll put them on this channel. So keep following and see you in the next one.